That's the truth.
What pleasure do you derive in flirting around with women? And the second question is, do you think that taking your own life will be the solution to your problem?
I actually do not derive any pressure for sleeping around with ladies. But one thing is,
no pleasure at all. No pleasure whatsoever.
Though it's a little bit sweet anyway when doing it. But I wasn't doing it to satisfy myself. I was doing it just to,
to satisfy the ladies.
Destroy them, not to satisfy them.
To destroy them.
To have advantage of them, dump them. Just like a player, I was just acting like a player, not to actually please them.
You were not acting, you were a player. That's the meaning. Yeah, you were a player. And you are lucky you survived. Yeah. You're lucky you survived.
The second question you asked, that I tried to commit suicide for this lady here. You see, anything can happen when a man is in love. At that moment, I did it because I was intoxicated by the love she had for me. She showed me so much love. There's no doubt about it.
And how did she show the love?
She showed love.
How? Tell us, give example.
No, she's caring, she calls to know where I am. And maybe because it's like a mini estate the father had, so her compound wasn't that far from our own compound. So she called at times to say, have you eaten? Those were the cares.
So she brings food for you?
Those were the things that actually won my heart.
But there was no nookie, nothing,
nothing.
Right.
No. So I was really...
Is that right, Becky? Can I ask Becky? There was no nookie at all, nothing at all?
Nothing.
Nothing. Is he your first boyfriend?
No.
You've had boyfriends before?
No boyfriend.
How many?
My number 2.
Can I ask a very personal question? Do you mind?
No, I don't mind.
You don't mind? Are you pure? You know what I mean?
I am.
You intend...
I'm proud I am.
And you intend to remain pure until your wedding day. Yeah. Don't allow him to contaminate you. Okay? Don't allow... If anything, help him to stay pure, right? So greatness, Becky is going to help you to remain pure until your wedding day, right? Any other questions? Yes.
What actions were you expecting her to put on when she came to the hospital to visit you? That was one. And number 2, this same girl you're too intoxicated with her love. What if you find out that she's also having an affair elsewhere, and you're here preserving her on your wedding night? How would you feel? What would you have done?
Well, I'm not surprised that everybody is trying to ask me all the questions. But notwithstanding, I think I will respond to that. You see, the first question is, when she came to the hospital, she was already informed that I drank the toy because of her. And I expected her to understand that I did it because I was in love with her. And coming to the hospital to see me, I expected her to be calm and not to shout on me. Even if she must shout on me, not in my condition, that present condition. Things do happen. It's normal. Anytime I'm going out with her, I have to be sincere. Despite the fact that I love her, I always expect that one day she's going to disappoint me. That's the truth. So humans can never be perfect.
But why? Do you not, you said you love her, don't you?
Yeah, I love her.
Do you not think that for you to love somebody, you must trust them completely?
See,
No, answer yes. You have because before you can love somebody, if you don't trust somebody, you cannot love them. Am I wrong? You have to love somebody. You have to trust them to love them. So you have to trust her. You cannot judge her. You cannot judge her by your own past discrepancies. I think you're thinking of what you did in the past, and you're comparing her with your ladies in the past. Yes.
You see, in life,
yes,
I've come to understand that we are in the flesh. Every human is in the flesh, and no one is trying to claim perfect or worthy. If you don't trust yourself, you can't trust somebody else. That's one. Even myself.
So are you saying you don't trust yourself
I
now?
love her. Get it?
No, answer me.
Greatness.
Do you not trust yourself even now?
Because even now,
you don't trust yourself.
I don't trust myself because anything can happen.
Did you hear that?
I might even be the one to disappoint her. That's the truth. I just have to be realistic.
Yeah, that's why I said by the grace of God.
And I don't blame you.
never
I don't blame you
doubt.
because I'm surprised that this day and age, there's a young lady, a beautiful lady, right, who has never been touched, right, never been kissed, and you're telling us that you're not happy, you're not content. That is not enough for you. What else do you want?
Get it straight.
Yes, tell me.
Like I said earlier before now, it was a godly relationship. And it's almost getting to 8 or 9 months thereabouts
Yes.
that I went into a relationship with her, which I've never done with other ladies, except the first relationship I went into. Now, if I don't love her, I would have used her like other ladies.
I don't think she would have allowed you to use her, right?
She might not.
She would
I
not.
have taken the step.
But she would not have allowed
Even
you.
if she didn't allow me.
She would not
but
have
I
allowed
would
you.
have taken the step
Yes.
to do it.
Yes.
But that intention wasn't in my mind. I wasn't having that intention. That plans was totally deleted from my mind.
So in other words, you have not found true happiness in this relationship, not yet.
The reason why I said I've not really found true happiness is this. When I reflect back on the dream I had, it was when I woke up from the hospital bed, she was like shouting on me. So the shout that she was shouting on me reminded me of the dream. So that moment I sensed the
I think
pain.
we're going to take a break now. We'll be right back.
All right.
Are you really sure of this guy? Do you really, really love him?
Why are you trying to propose to
Don't
her?
you think he's dangerous to you because of the whole thing, the ladies and everything, even trying to kill himself?
My question goes to Greatness. Your Prince Charming baby girl, does she really want you killing yourself for? If you said you don't, because if I take your word, you said you don't trust yourself. So, does she really want you killing yourself for? I think that's the question.
Get it? The love I have for her began to derail after that incident. From the beginning, the love was strong. I trusted her then, and I trust myself. But after that dream I encounter, it reduces. So that is it.
You say you don't have worries about girls, that you can get any girl you want, either thin, tall, short, or fat. So why is it that, why don't you go after another girl, since you don't have problem in getting girls, than taking that mad step of committing suicide? Why my second question goes like, did you try to commit suicide to convince your father that you truly love her, or just to prove your love to her?
The fact is just that I have keys to meet every lady doesn't mean I should go about. So I was also trying to make her understand that I have the keys to meet up with any lady I feel like meeting, if not for the fact that I've changed. Are you getting me? That was the first. Have I answered your first question? And the second question is, I drank the toy because I thought she was worth it. That's the truth. Because I knew she loved me. And I did it for two reasons. One, to prove to my dad that his intention towards me concerning this lady.
But Greatness, what if you had died?
The truth is,
What if you had died? Because how do you prove to a lady that you love her when you're dead?
And thank God I'm not dead.
Well, thank God you, like I said, thank God you survived, you know? Because you could have died. You could easily have died, right?
If
I hope you are never ever going to ever think of doing that again in future.
the truth is, I've come to discover there is more to life than trying to commit.
Exactly. There is more to life than trying to kill yourself, says Greatness.
Have you tried to see the other side, that if your parents was right, your dad was right for you, not to marry her or not to go ahead to friend her? Have you tried to look at it in the other side of it? From
Yes.
your dad's point of view.
I have, and I suddenly discovered that two people were involved, my dad and my mom. Now, my dad was trying to discourage me because he needed to maintain his integrity. That wasn't a good reason enough. And my mom walked up to me and said, if you know that the love you have for this lady is genuine, go ahead. So I have to follow my heart. I knew the love was genuine. So I just have to. So when I checked out the other side of my dad, he was not giving a good reason. He only wanted, that is, let me say, he's a selfish. He was selfish. He needed to protect his own image, not minding what I will pass through if at the end I never got to date her anymore.
But now that you're dating her, you're saying that you're not even sure. So you've nearly killed yourself, you survived it. Now you're saying because you had a dream. I mean, it's a bit confusing, don't you think so?
I'm only trying to be realistic.
I would have expected you to come out of it and value her and value the relationship and, be happy.
There is a word that says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Now, if I don't love her, I won't open my mouth to tell her I love her. And now I'm just opening up right here. I've never said this to her before. Due to the dream, I still feel that something might happen on the way. But my earnest prayer is that nothing happens. Let it just be that my dreams come into reality, not the negative aspect of it.
The positive ones, okay.
My question goes to the lady. Are you really sure of this guy? Do you really, really love him?
Why are you trying to propose to
don't
her?
Don't you think he's dangerous to you because of the whole thing, the ladies and everything, even trying to kill himself? I think you should sit down and think deep before giving your whole life to him.
So what do you say to that?
Yeah, I really need to give myself a deep thought about it because, okay, I'm just 19, okay, 18, 19, okay, going to 19 November. So I still have a long way to go. So I really need to think. Thank you for the advice. It's an advice for me. Thank you very much. So I really just need to think about it very, very cautiously. So
and take your time and don't rush into anything. And because you're going to university, you're still going to meet. I'm not saying she should leave you, right? I'm not saying she should leave you. I'm just advising that she's still.
Please, can I say something?
Yes, yes.
Like the word you just told her now, it's like, when she gets to the university, you meet all manner of people there. Now, trying to make her rethink if I love her, it's like you are equally telling her to just forget about me.
No, I don't think he's trying to say that. I agree.
I can sense the veiled meaning behind the middle spoken words of yours.
Do you think he likes her?
No, I don't think you can't speak the heart of a man. He's a guy. Anything can happen. That's just it. Anything can just happen. Who knows? If we live here now, he might just walk up to the lady and say, "Forget that guy that tries to kill himself. One day we kill him." You can say it. That's capable of doing.
But honestly, I think you're both still young. You just finished your education. Are you working at the moment?
For now, I'm just I attended an interview last week.
So you see, you need to build your career. She needs to finish her education. You still have a long, long time ahead of you. Yeah. So I think there's still plenty of time. I'm not saying you should leave him, but I'm saying you should still go out there, have an experience of different friendships. Not necessarily with boys, you understand? So I thank you very much for coming on our show. I thank you all very much for coming on our show. Remember, as somebody said, it is not worth